Man, Neil, I'm trying to get like you. Man, Neil, I'm trying to get like you. And we'll be happy for you. And happy for everyone else that is joining on this lovely April 25th, Friday. We're having a good time tonight. We're going to have a good night. A pretty chill one. Possibly a short one, depending on how long this takes. Because we're going to do one thing and one thing only. It's not balls so hard motherfuckers are going to find. It is going to be playing a visual novel called Quality Dreams Reasonably Priced, put on my attention by the developers of this game, Zoink Studios. Hello, Zoink Studios and chat. I hope all of you are doing well. Hope you've been relaxing. Hope you've been taking care of yourself. Was not around as much this week as I thought I was going to be. Got into doing quite a few other things, honestly. But we're here today, and I'm looking forward to seeing what this game is. You know, it's rare. It's something that was not on my radar at all, really. I think I briefly saw the studio who made this on like Blue Sky in passing. So then to get this actually in my inbox recently was like, ooh. Now this is a demo for the game. Let me be clear. This is a demo. This is not the full release or like a key or anything. So we're just checking out the demo that was online. They just hit me up. They were like, "Hey, this is a visual novel. You make things." And I was like, you know what? You're dropping a lot of things that you're saying this was inspired by that I like. They said it was inspired by Paper Please, Citizen Sleeper, and the Valhalla game, well, I forget how to pronounce it, but I like Citizen Sleeper a lot, and I like Papers, Please quite a bit. So figured let's check this out and see what's going on. In terms of other things to look out for, not much. Going to see Sinners with a guy. I saw Sinners on Tuesday, by the way. 9 out of 10 movie. Loved it. I loved every minute of it. I think it's a phenomenal film. We're just so back. It was great. Truly, first of all, funniest thing about Sinners is the fact that it took Michael B. Jordan to play two different people for people to realize he knows how to be more than a binary actor. Like this is easily my favorite performance of Michael B. Jordan. And Michael B. Jordan's. Maybe not by a landslide, but it's like big fan of this. Big fan of this. I don't think we're about to see someone with like the impact that like Killmonger had or anything like that, but like Smoke and Stack, man, oh, he played them phenomenally. It was great. Pacing of it was wonderful. Very black film, so black that I was, oh my god, I was just so happy. So happy. The talking, the way things were being covered, just seeing all those other black people in the movie theater laughing too, as they all are in on the same joke. It's great. It was great. Action. This is not actually a lot of action in that movie at all. Like for the movie had like what 2 hour runtime. I would say about maybe 10 to 15 minutes of it was actual action total. Like it call it even a horror movie feels wrong. It feels more like a thriller period piece almost with vampires thrown in there. I don't know, man. There was just so much going on. That feels like to try and put it in a one genre box is to do it a disservice. Because it just had so many different things going on, so many different character things. I think if anything, that was the tying theme between it all, was everyone had their own way that they were trying to pursue a sense of freedom, a way of trying to release the chains and the weight of whatever their day-to-day must have been at that point in time, without getting too spoiler heavy, because I know you're about to go see it, Neo. I think the movie does a great job of showing the role temptation plays in making people take deals, quite literally make deals with the devil, in some cases, to feel a sense of freedom, to feel empowered, to feel good. And it was just a lot, man. It was a lot. It was really good. I just liked the performances in it. Loved the lighting in it. Loved the cinematography. Very horny movie too, but like tasteful horny too. It was great. It was just a good time. It was just a really good time. I definitely want to see it again at some point. But yeah, outside of that, not too much besides just pitching here and there, job search, writing some stuff. Expect the usual blog post by Monday, and Yeah, man. Just happy to see that Black Media is doing well. Between this and South of Midnight, which was really good. I haven't talked about that game much just because of the BDS campaign against Microsoft products. So I just haven't really like since no one's really gonna be paying me for that, or like there's no like contractual obligation for me to talk about that game. For as much as I enjoy it, and for as happy that I am to see such like a black game get that much production and time and care, um, with the BDS movement going on, I just I'm not gonna just cover it. Maybe if they ever get off the list, um, if and when they get off the list, replay it on stream because it's a game definitely worth replaying, especially because it's only like 10 hours. My even runtime with it didn't even hit 10 hours fully. So, but yeah, I believe that is it. So let's get into the game, man. Let's get into the visual novel. We're back in our visual novel bag, which has been quite interesting. Can I take this off of full screen mode? Yes, I can. Oh, I did not want to do that though. Alrighty. Oh, my eyes. Okay. There we go. I got some sing-song music going on. Let's fix that now, so I'll have to do it later. Do the inaugural, what is it called? Nose blow? Let's get banging. Maybe not that. Oh wait, content warnings. Animals in peril such as dying, recreational drugs, job risk and work impropriety, lack of autonomy, medical costs, voluntary stress, parental abuse, and transphobia. Okay, wow, that's quite a few. Thank you for trying this early demo. We're a two-person team based in Canada, and we hope you enjoy our game. We appreciate all this feedback so we can improve the game. We hope you enjoy our demo. Nice. Let's continue. Hello. I step out of my office to refill my coffee and stretch my legs. Ugh. So a mug fills. I notice Baron walk into the lobby. What's going on, Baron? You got some sick ink. Hi, Jim. Got a minute? It's never good when your boss wants a word. Ooh, okay. Ooh, let's just we're busy right now. We're working. We're working for you, getting your paper, getting your money up. Don't bother us right now. We're chilling. I'm actually in the middle of, I'm sure that can wait. I want to have a quick chat to see how things have been going, how you've been settling in, that kind of thing. If I've learned anything in my month working here, it's that this chat will not be quick. Let's talk in your office. He starts walking off. I'm not waiting for my reply. Man, you can. If you're just settling in, we'll just follow them. I follow him back into my office, dread crawling up my spine. When I come in, Baron is settled where my clients usually sit. He gestures for me to take my seat, and I do, watching him with trepidation. So, Jim, you've been here about a month. How do you feel things are going? About a month. They're going well. I think things are going well. I'm still settling in, but I feel like it's been good so far. But they could be better, right? You're not hitting your targets. And I know. You're new, and this is your first job as a psych line, and it's been a slow month in terms of clients. I get that. I feel confident that you do better once you're in the full swing of things. But just for my own peace of mind, and for your good as well, I'd like to do a little mock client interview. Pretend I'm here to get some odds. I'm always down for a little roleplay. Yeah, why not? I swallow a sigh. All right, welcome to Envisage Poetry. I try my best not to cringe when I say the name. How Baron came up with something so awful I'll never understand. How are we doing with the audio? Looks like the audio's fine. It's not too high there. Let's ask if you fill out the form first. Before we start, would you mind filling out this form? I don't think there's a need for that. Can you just ask me about what you need to know? I need to enter into the system. Boss man's kind of keeps a tight leash. Did you hear he does mock interviews sometimes? It's just crazy. I need the information for our records. Just write it down as we speak. No. It's policy. Make an exception. I'm gonna insist. This feels like a test. Oh, I'm about to retort, but Baron cuts me off. What kind of clinic is this? Oh, the customer was always right. In matters of taste, my mind supplies the other to quote. He isn't going to let this go. All right, I'll fill in your answers. Good. Yeah, what's your age? Would you mind telling me how old you are? Try that again. Speak friendly. Would you mind telling me how old you are? I need it for the form. How old do you think I am? Ooh, you are 37. Oh, I don't know. Maybe 26? You flatter me. I did say 37, right? I said 37. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's where all of my luck for the week just went. For that one instant, for that one pull, what's your desired procedure? So what mods are you interested in getting? I'm not sure. Maybe something to add a glow to my tattoos? That's a good choice. It's really in right now. Are you saying it's unoriginal? Or just mean it's popular? Okay. Let's pause for a second. Most clients will have an idea of what they want, and that's great. But people don't always know what's best for them. You have to learn about them and guide them to the best decision. Best for them? The best decision based on their lives? Yes, but people improve their lives through modding. More often than not, getting mods is the best decision for them. However, you shouldn't push mods on clients when it's really not what they need. Getting mods reversed is very expensive, and often we can't put someone back to exactly how they were before the initial procedure. We don't want our customers to be dissatisfied or asking for refunds. We're trying to bring joy into the world. Okay. Joy over sales? Question mark? I don't understand. Are you trying to bring our clients joy or sell them mods? It's the same thing. Mods make people happy, or they should. If the mod isn't helping, then we shouldn't be recommending it. But I really doubt that'll ever happen. Mods make things better. Maybe this hypothetical customer just hasn't found the right mod yet. In that case, your job would be to help them uncover the mod that's right for them. And on that note, let's get back to it. I may, or may not, want glowing tattoos. Okay. Why is my nose itch so much all of a sudden? It doesn't even like a nose, but my nose is itching. What's your occupation? You may not believe it, but I actually own a small body mod clinic. Like this one? Exactly like this one. That's all the foreign questions out of the way. Time to move on to the rest of the interview. Okay. What's your budget? Let's get that out the way. What's your budget look like for this procedure? Oh, it's very tight. $3,000 at most. I note it down. Glowing tattoos usually range from $600 to $5,000 depending on the size, features, and whether there's a complete design on the skin. Would that be a problem? Nah. $3,000, $500 to $6,000. You got some ink? No. Maybe. Could, depending on what model and features you end up choosing. But I'll be here to help you pick something within your budget. Perfect. Let's appeal to glowing tattoos. What makes you want glowing tattoos? What do you like about them? They look nice. You're in fashion. They're cheap. What's not to like? Straightforward. I like that. You'll need to take the rest of the day easy once you've had the procedure. Can you make time for that? No. Why? What's wrong? You can't act like that. You need to act nicely. Like, do you have any plans for after the procedure? It feels like it's a bit vague. It feels like it's a bit vague, but I can see where the logic might be. It's probably, if I'm going to make a quick gander at this, I'd say it's probably going to be like, okay, if they say, yes, I have plans after this, you'll have to reiterate, well, maybe consider rescheduling them. It's recommended that you take time after these procedures. They can be a large toll on the body. That's what my thinking is. Won't it be unclear what if I mean if I say that? Then ask a follow-up question. Do you need a script? Okay. Do you have any plans for after the procedure? Not particularly. I'm just gonna head home. Maybe spend the following weekend with some friends. Now, that wasn't so hard, was it? You're testing me, I'm gonna say disagree. No, it wasn't. Good. Alright, I think I've got what I need. Let's move on. Nope, it's no good. Talk to me more first. Build rapport. Okay, here's my rapport. Why are you wearing your jacket like you're a Pokemon gym leader? I just want to know. It's fly. I'm not even like that mad at it. I just want to know. Actually, let me take a quicker look at these fits. These are actually like some really nice clothing choices. Kind of rocking with this like turtleneck half vesting that Jin's got going on. This earpiece for, I don't know what this earpiece for. Is this an earpiece for the company or is this an earpiece for them personally? I'm rocking with it regardless. You have fewer clients. Doesn't that just mean I see fewer clients in a day? People like to feel important and looked after. You want to make feel things special, like you care about them. And when people talk a lot in conversations, they leave with a more favorable impression of you. So get them talking, keep them talking. Seem interested in what they have to say. Okay, tell me some conversation topics. What was there to talk about? Can't you make small talk? Ask them about their work, hobbies, whatever. What's some friendliness level? How friendly do you expect me to be with clients? Enough to be personal, to make them like you. And if it seems like they feel better with friendly, then you should be even more friendly. Boundaries, yeah. Aren't there professional cycling client boundaries I should be minding? Oh, don't worry about that. It's not like you're a doctor. Or licensed, for that matter. You're a salesperson, not a therapist. Heard. Will having longer client sections impact my salary or commission? Now, why would you think that? Well, because that's what usually happens. I don't think it's been difficult, so let's move on. Before we get back to it, I want to make sure you understand that you're a salesperson first. It's fine to form connections. I encourage it, even. It usually makes the spelling go better. Remember, you're not a therapist. You don't have to abide by any rules. I like talking to clients and getting to know them. It's the best part of my job. But when Baron talks about it like this, something about it feels vile. The ethical implications twist in my stomach. Okay, let's ask about your hobbies. Do you have any hobbies? As a small business owner and entrepreneur, my work takes up most of my time. But I do quite enjoy music. You, got any recommendations? Is there anything you recommend? Of course. I listen to many genres: neoclassical punk, ferocious flute, pop folk metal, underground M-pop covers. What's M-pop? J-pop, K-pop, what's M-pop? But you're probably like Birdsong and Symbols, Volume 3. It's a concept album about childbirth expressed through birdsong, wind chimes, and symbols. It's a must listen if you're looking to expand your music repertoire. I'll check it out, thanks. I definitely won't. Real. Favorite element? What does that mean? Oh, okay. What do you like most about music? It's such a wide range of experiences, emotions, visions, and memories can be evoked through only our ears. Although we do offer Mozambique music a multi-sensorial experience. Interesting. Don't you know that, of course? I don't want to hear if you compose it, honestly. Interesting. Thank you for sharing. Isn't it? How about we chat more about it later, if you like. A much better job. Well done with the small talk. It helps you and it keeps me happy. I feel like I'm really getting my money's worth. Nah, let's just be sarcastic. Glad to hear it, considering you're spending so much. Alright, wise ass. Let's get back to it. What do you do for work? How do you like your job? Oh, I love it. Makes me happy. I know I'm doing so much good. What's your favorite part? What do you think is the best part of your work? I love how much joy my clinic can bring. Modding is incredible, and I'm excited to bring the opportunity to more people each day. Alright, I think I've got what I need. Let's move on to the recommendation. Excellent. I look over my notes detailing my talk with Baron. They're a mess of advice and intentional obfuscation. There we go. So I think you better recommend me. I'll be honest. The whole budget thing didn't feel like, and I can't think of a reason not to recommend this to this pseudo fake client right now. So I'll just recommend it. You'll be happy to hear they do recommend you then. Great. My reasoning being that fits his budget, it's harmless, suits him. Glowing tattoos are an easy procedure, and it fits your budget. But what if I wanted the high-end version that changes color depending on my environment? I'd recommend lower end. I'd recommend you go for a slightly lower end option that better fits your budget. Not the best for our bottom line, but it'll probably lead to a happier client. Acceptable. Do we need to go over all the logistic elements? Baron waves a hand. No, that's fine. If I decide to actually get anything, I'll speak to Sol directly. Let's go over my feedback and then we can wrap up. This will be good. Great job learning from your mistakes. I appreciate how you recovered after we spoke about you chatting with clients more. You took feedback well, so take credit for that. I know I was not always the best at delivering my comments. And in the end, I made a good decision. Tension I hadn't realized I was holding releases from my soldiers. Alright, that's all for today. Good work. I look forward to seeing your progress. I watched Baron leave, feeling a bit shaken. Things went well overall, but I know Baron will continue keeping an eye on me. After staring at paperwork for a few hours, the clock ticks over to leaving time. I have my gaze linger over my office to make sure I'm not forgetting anything, then leave again to my trek home. Your office is pretty chill, to be honest. Wish there was like a plant in here or something. It feels a little bit barren, but maybe that's the point. No distractions for the clients. Just a little sterile. Just a little sterile. But I don't know. I don't know. Who do I know? Oh, see, this is what I mean. You got that little animal pen for your rabbit, I'm assuming. Ugh. Climb stairs to my apartment, shut the door with a sigh. I hear a slight rustling, look around. Nibbles is watching me from her cage. Nibbles, look at you. God, Nibbles, you're cute. Nibbles Dandelion. Oh my god. Seeing her always fills me with warmth. Check her food first. Check her food and note she's eaten less than usual. I refill her water. I wonder if my worry is warranted. Then glance at the time. The vet should be calling soon. Let's clean up the dishes first. Got some dishes from last night I haven't dealt with. I wash each by hand and drop them onto my too tall stack of dry dishes. It's gonna be a problem left for tomorrow. Until it comes crashing down on money. That's the main thing to say. Let me not wish that into the game's existence. There's still some time before I need to go to bed. And I need something to do while I'm waiting for the vet to call. Unpack. Oh, did you move here recently? Oh, these actually are all boxes. I don't know how my brain glanced over that. Yeah, let's play with Nibbles. You know what? Screw it. Let's play with Nibbles. Oh my god, look at the little bean right there, man. Ugh. I open the door to Nibbles' pen and take her out. Probably have to make a note about that. I open the door to Nibbles' pen and take her out. I then grab some of her favorite toys to throw and place them around her. Nibbles glances towards them, but seems disinterested. The worry between my ribs radiates outwards. Let's start unpacking a bit more. I moved down to this apartment about 2 months ago. Couldn't afford my old one anymore. I look around the place. I look around the space. It doesn't quite feel like home, and can't help but notice all the way it's worse. The room is too small for all my stuff. Much of it still sits in half unpacked boxes. It's further from my new job, adding time to my commute and shifting my sleep schedule. I still wake bleary some days. No amenities are included. The savings come at the expense of my comfort. Home does not feel like a place of rest. Damn. Oh, you were going through it, Jen. That's tough. Yeah. Mechanically, I pull objects out from boxes and try to find room for them in overstuffed cupboards and drawers. There are about 2 boxes. My brain starts to hurt. I'll leave the rest for another day. Oh, and they actually cleared it out of here too. Nice. Let's do some reading, I guess. I pick up the book that's been long abandoned on my nightstand and flip it open. I should get it back to my friends soon. They're probably missing it. I sit on my bed, lean up against the wall, and let myself settle back into the story. After about 20 minutes, my phone rings. Yeah, take a breath. Take a slow, long breath, trying to center myself. There we go. I hit a button on the side of my earpiece. Hello? Hello. This is Dr. Monk's office calling back with the test results for your rabbit. Nibbles Dandelions. Make some pleasantries. Oh, yes. Thank you for managing such a quick turnaround with the test results. We understand how important this information is to our clients. Speak on the other side of the line clears it though. Unfortunately, the test came back positive. Your rabbit is suffering from... The voice turns to static in my mind and I feel my hands start to shake. I stand there, staring at the wall, keeping as still as I can. Hello. Is everything okay? Just what are the next steps? What do I do now? We'll need to schedule Nibbles Dandelions for surgery. My blood runs cold. Is she gonna be okay? How much is this going to cost? What's the surgery date? How soon will the surgery be? We can schedule you in for next week, Sunday. That's 13 days from now. Can Nibbles wait that long? Would that be enough time to get the money to cover the surgery cost? Can that happen? What's the deal later? Could we find a later date? Nibbles needs treatment as soon as possible. We wouldn't recommend it. Okay, understood. Thank you. I know I'm biting my lips and stop. How much will the surgery cost? We know, dude, if you've ever had a pet, you know pet insurance is truly a lifesaver because pets cost money, dude. They cost so much money. Love them to death, but golly, they are not cheap. The procedure. Nope, that's 3 zeros. Okay. The procedure will cost $17,000. Well, that's a lot more money than I have in savings. Yeah, is there an installment plan? There are option to pay by installments. No, we require full payment up front. All right. Try to keep my voice from sounding as shaky as I feel. What will happen in the surgery? We'll remove the infected organs. After, we'll put Nibbles Dandelion on an antibiotics regimen, and in a month or so, she should fully recover. What are the surgery risks? Are there any risks to her in having the surgery? We performed this procedure many times. There's very little risk. But as much as getting a nano-animated tattoo. It's very low risk then. Are there any alternatives to surgery? This is the option with the greatest chance of success. Alternatives require prolonged treatment and are not guaranteed to permanently cure Nibbles Dandelion. Okay, thank you. Finalize the appointment details and then hang up the phone. I look down at where Nibbles is flopped on the floor, and my heart sinks. Saving $17,000 in 12 days isn't impossible, but I don't feel good about my odds. It'd be impossible for me right now without doing some crazy shit. I sit down next to Nibbles and run a hand through her fur. I can't imagine losing her. I don't remember making dinner, and the food is tasteless when I eat it. I keep glancing over at Nibbles, reassuring myself that she's still there. Before I head to bed, I open my banking app to pay my utilities. Okay. It might be best not to keep paying for so many luxuries, at least until I've saved up enough for... Oh, so we're gonna have to manage this ourselves in the phone game. Ad removal, TV... Noise blocking, open window. Jesus, opening the window costs $15? Brother. Savings is a... Damn. It takes me too long to fall asleep. I turn back and forth under the sheets, unable to feel comfort or stop my spinning mind. I'm just gonna sleep. I wake up and realize I don't hear the sound of my alarm. I blink and notice that there's too much light in the room. I check the time and a bucket of cold water falls over me. I need to leave for work an hour ago. I quickly rush to get dressed and refill Nibbles' food and water, then I grab my lunch and run out the door. Halfway to the elevator, I start worrying that I have a client interview booked for this morning. I spend the rest of the trip to the clinic bouncing between dreading being late and hoping I misremember that it's tomorrow. I step into the clinic and a notification pops up letting me know there's a client waiting in my office. I curse, grab the client's file from behind the reception desk and make my way to the consultation room. I'm only a few minutes late to the appointment, but splash of guilt still runs down my throat. I muster a smile, knock gently, and open the door. Well, hello. Hello, hello. Man, you're reminding me of someone right now, but I don't remember. Maybe because I just saw a bunch of Baldur's Gate 3 stuff and you're just like a younger Asterion. You're reminding me of someone really badly right now, though. The customer's sitting in one of the chairs. They seem to be engrossed in a tablet. Probably working. Smile. I take a breath and smile. Welcome to Envisage Poetry. I was cringe a bit at the clinic's name. I'm Jen. I use all pronouns. How can I help you today? They look up at me from where they're sitting and smile back. Good morning. Emotion. Is the room for consolations, right? Looks to be in their early 20s, but their composure makes me think they're older than they look. There's a conviction in the way they sit. They relax a bit. Clients who know what they want are always easier to deal with. Yes, you're in the right place. Usually, I have some time to prep before my meetings. I clench my hand around the data chip. Probably won't be an issue to ask for a moment to get myself oriented, but I can't get a good read on this client yet, and the wealthier ones can sometimes be unreasonable. Let's talk to Ocean, you know? Why not? I can just ask Ocean. It'll be fine. Before we start, I'm just going to run through some preliminary questions. Go for it. Age and pronouns. What are your pronouns? He, him, and they, them. And your age? I'm 27. What do you do for your work? I have to fill it in on your intake form. Well, why is it relevant? Let's personal. Helps me understand you better, which helps me offer you better recommendations. I don't think my job will tell you a lot about me. It's something I kind of fell into and just decided to stick with. Watching Ocean, I don't think that's the whole story. Fuck it. I'm sure there's more to it than that. Eon, if it's such a big deal, just check my file. Alright, time to check the file. Pull out the file and quickly scan it. On the line of work section, I find a brief explanation of a small gardening business. Just learn the rest from the file. Get the file for the rest of the information. Find a section detailing the mods Ocean would like. Seems like standard gender affirming care. It's a pretty straightforward procedure with a few days recovery time. Finish scanning the file and close it. Should be enough for a starting point. Now learn more about what Ocean's looking for and why. So, you're looking to get gender affirming work done. That's correct. Next question you need to ask is probably not the most respectful or kind, but it is part of standard procedure for consultations. Ask tactfully. Are there any factors motivating you to make this change? Well, I mean, aside from the obvious. Why do you need to know that? It's procedure. It's just a procedural question. I didn't mean anything by it. They sigh. I socially transitioned some time ago and started taking hormones some time after that. But being honest with myself is something I've had to learn. About a year ago, I realized I'm not happy with how things are. I'm comfortable when I see myself in the mirror. I'm uncomfortable when I see myself in the mirror. I don't like parts of my body. I can understand that now. So I want to take steps to make myself happier. What's the budget? I mean, you gave me your answer. I'm sure I don't need to question you. What's the budget? What does your budget look like? I've done my research and I should have the right amount to cover everything I'm looking for. Are you sure you have the right amount? And Mrs. Poetry, I cringe. Costs more to your block sawbone. Yes, I'm positive. I've covered all the required information. It might be helpful to know more about Ocean before moving forward. And Baron will not be happy if he finds out that I didn't keep the conversation going for longer. On the other hand, maybe better have had this up before I upset Ocean more. Well, let's talk about. Can I ask more about you? Depends on what you want to know. Depends on what you want to know. I gotta figure out his voice. Let's talk about your hobbies, because you definitely did not like me asking about your work. Do you have any hobbies? I'm really into tea, actually. Twin. Could you tell me a bit more about tea? Oh, camera went off. Didn't even realize. Hopefully it wasn't off for too long. What do you want to know? What's your favorite tea? Mine's personally, I actually don't know what my favorite tea is. I drink a lot of lemon ginger tea. It's because what's around tastes good. I like it. I'm not sure if I'd actually call my favorite. I think this favorite still might be this Vietnamese vanilla tiramisu thing that I got at my local bakery. It's tasty as hell. What kind of teas do you like? Oh, well, kinds really. Got into mushroom tea recently. Have you tried it? No, I've never even heard of it actually. Does it get you high? It sounds like it gets you high. Well, if you ever get the chance, try some. It's really quite unique, is a good word, I think. It gets you high. Gets you high. Sounds like a must-try experience. Yeah, what got you into tea? As you know, I'm a gardener. I work with a large variety of plants, including those whose leaves are used as herbs for tea. I started growing a few at home and selling prepared teas to coffee shops. Alright. Yeah, look, what's your favorite aspect? What part do you like the most about tea? I like figuring out how to express flavors. Figuring out how all the flavors will interact, that kind of stuff. I can relate. Feels similar to how I try to match the best models with each client. Figuring out how everything will interact. It can definitely be a fun challenge at times. Ocean nods. Yeah, exactly. Ocean pauses, seemed to think for a second. Would you be interested in buying my tea sometime? I could even let you try some mushroom tea. He smiles, but it feels a bit forced. I can tell they're nervous about my answer. Ocean's tea seems to hold a lot of importance. Yeah, you go so pass that over right here. Pass it over. I love to try your tea sometimes. Ocean smiles, trying to hide the relief. I almost got into Ocean's voice. Well, you won't regret it. I'm sure I won't. Alright, what are your plans at the moment? Do you have anything planned for after the procedure? Why do you ask? What does practical mean? Let me see that. You'll need to refrain from strenuous activity for some time after your procedure. I'm just checking that it won't interfere with any of your plans. I'm planning a small trip with friends to celebrate. Should be demanding. What are you planning for your trip? It's just a small trip to a mid-floor resort. Nothing that exciting, really. Mid-floor resort. Mid-floor resort. What does that mean? Oh, there must be more to it than that. You got an itinerary planned? Mostly just spending time with my friends and exploring the resort. Maybe looking at some of the plants they've got there if my friends don't mind me dragging them along. Sounds relaxing. You and your plants, man. You and your plants being a good one. Hope it's rejuvenating. I hope so too. Yeah, how long? How long is the trip? Just a few days. I can't afford to take any longer away from work. I really get that. I don't think I'll be able to afford a vacation for at least a year. Realistically, not longer at all. Sorry I can't take all the time I want. Ocean smiles a bit, acknowledging a shared experience. It is what it is. Let's move on. I don't need another location. That's too much. Well, I'm sure you'll have a great time. Thanks. Where did that grasp in his voice come from? Come on. I'll look over my notes. It's time to make my recommendation. I need to save another $8,668 over the next 12 days to afford a surgery for nibbles. If Ocean has the procedure done here, I'll earn at least $1,600. There's no reason to not recommend this as far as I'm concerned. So, based on what we discussed, I can easily recommend that you go forward with the desired procedure. A wave of relief rolls over Ocean. That's great. We discussed what Ocean is looking to get done and put together a suggested plan. We set out the procedure details and explained the remaining information to Ocean. Next, my clinic surgeon, Dr. Soul, will give you a quick physical to double check your fit for the procedure. When you got a clean bill for health, they'll schedule your operation date. At that point, take your deposit, which will be half the total cost. Sound good? Ocean smiles, attention uncurling from their soldiers. Why can't I say shoulders today? I keep saying like soldiers. Shoulders. There we go. Sounds great. I return a smile and we shake hands. Hers feels firm and welcoming. We walk out of my office together. Man, go ahead, Ocean. You go get your gender affirming care, man. Ball out. Get high. Do your big one. Let me move that. Having seen Soul set up Ocean's appointment and gotten their deposit, I returned to my office to get started on the post-session paperwork. A few hours later, I hear a knock on the wall by the open door to my office and look up. Hello, Soul, Dr. Soul. Okay, I see. You got the... It's not really a bob. Is that like a part? Hair part? A French look? I see you. Okay, pop off. Yeah, go ahead. Sure. Oh, what's your voice? What's your voice? I need you to run down the winter can and place an order. Should take less than an hour. Paper payment information to file. I don't know what voice I want to use for Soul here. What do you need me to get? Soul hands me a list. It's all here. And the bag is in its usual place. Just give that to Wingerden. She'll know what to do with it. Feel free to call me if you have any questions, or if I give you any trouble. What do you think I'd have questions about? Oh, my nose. They're your hypothetical questions. How should I know? Maybe you'll get lost. I've been to Winnie's with Soul twice before, and I don't think I'll get lost. Before I have time to follow up, Soul gives a wave and walks back out of my office. I look down at the list she gave me and sigh. Guess I'm off to Winnie's. The trip to Winnie's shop is uneventful. I make one wrong turn, but notice pretty soon after. Oh, hello, street. Before I know it, I'm approaching her stall. No, I won't be going lower than that. Stop asking. You look fucking awesome. I want this fit. The black with orange accents, this is tough. This is tough as hell. Woody's voice carries down the street. I've never heard her sound so stern. If you want to pay that much, find some two-bit hack who'll sell your defective junk. When you decide you want to put quality parts in your body, you'll crawl back here. Of course, by then your flesh will be rotting around half-baked amps and shoddy nano components. Your kidneys failing from filtering a deluge of filth pumped into your heart, then back through your body. I'll laugh in your face and remind you about today. They'll charge you double, and you'll pay it because you'll be so desperate for something good. Okay, okay. I'm on your side because your fit's very good, and that you have a good fit. I don't really care what you're saying, honestly. But it seems a bit harsh. Now get the fuck out of here. You're not worth more of my time. Yeah? Fuck you, Winnie. Customer spits and turns away, almost bumping into me as I approach the stall. Damn, that was intense. And see there. Chin from Envisage Poetry, right? Yes, yes, yes. I don't want to ask. That's none of my business. Before I get cursed out too. I'm cool. That's me. Yeah. It's a terrible name Baron stuck you with. Yeah, I agree. It's no, it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest. It's not the greatest. So it's you have taste at least. You know what? Is everything all right? Oh sure. Is the customer trying to haggle me down, thinking they got more power than they do? This is my shop, and my word is final. Some people just need a friendly reminder of that. All right. All right. I mean, listen. I thought I was gonna get my head bit off for cooking that because I forgot I said I was gonna ask her, but she seems to get it. That makes sense. This is your place of business, and they should respect that. See, you get it. Does that happen often? You get customers like that often? Often, no. Usually my reputation filters out dregs like that. I pulled a list out of my pocket. So who gave me this? Has everything we're looking to buy. She mentioned you have our payment info? That I do. Hand over your list. Let's see what we can do for Soul. To give it a quick glance over. I've got most of this in stock, but the last bit you'll need to wait for. I'll drop that off myself. Everything else I'll give you to haul back today, alright? Just like that? I assume Daddy Baron's still in good standing with his bank, so yeah. I'll keep this nice and easy for us both. Wade takes the bag I brought from the clinic and begins moving around the shop, picking items off shelves and bags. We pause when they spot a bin, half slid under a table. She looks back at me and then in the bin. How would you feel about a bit of side work, Jim? My rabbit's about to die, so yes, I'm very interested actually. Damn, look at that face. I love that face. Just what you got, what you mean. I would say no to an opportunity. I've currently got an excess of eye mods. Telescopes, microscopes, color discs, dark vision, electromag, sharpeners, basically the lot. If you could sell them off for me, I'll kick you back 15% of my profits. Not a bad deal, I think. Yeah, I mean, screw it. Yeah, why not? Not a bad deal at all. Glad to have you on board. They hold out their hand and we shake. She hands me the much fuller bag. This is for you. I suppose I'll be seeing you more often now that Soul can send you instead of coming herself. When he turns and I follow her gaze to see a customer approaching. It was nice chatting, Jin. Come by again soon. She offers a mock salute and then steps away. Call after her. Don't be thirsty. Let it go. Let it go. She bad. Come on, let it go. Let it go. I reposition the bag on my shoulder and head off back to the clinic. Winnie's words circling through my head. When I get back to the clinic, Soul's working in the lobby. She looks up and sees me in the bag. Is that everything? There's a bit more Winnie will drop off later. So that's an unacknowledging noise and holds out a hand for the bag. Why would I take it to her office for? Is there a reason for this? Wait, now I'm curious. You want me to drop it in your office? I'm asking you to hand it to me now. Why would I want to take it to my office? Just clarify. So you wouldn't have to carry it there yourself? I understood what she meant. I was asking why you didn't listen to what I said. Alright. You know what? No, that's my bad. Sorry. Here. I hold out the bag and she carries it a few steps over to the counter. She quickly opens it and begins to rummage. Looks good. Thanks for grabbing it. She pauses and looks back up at me from the bag. How was Winger then? Oh, she was pretty friendly to me because I wasn't trying to rob her. She's nice. Friendly. Alright, that's good. And they didn't do anything weird, did she? Ooh, yeah, like such as? Weird in what way? Anything that seemed out of place, unprofessional, or made you uncomfortable. Just anything you'd want to talk about. Not me when they're getting cool. Nope, nothing of note. Okay, good. Let me know if they do. Of course. Sol takes a glance at the clock on the reception computer. Why don't you head home? I'll cover with Baron if you ask. I'll finish up my paperwork first. I only have a bit left. If you insist. If you insist, we can leave together later then. Sol turns and walks back to her office. Was she waiting for me? Let's go later. You got a smug grin on your face. I like that. I like that. You're feeling better. You're feeling happy. You should be, hopefully. So we can save your wabbit. After finishing her work, Sol and I leave the clinic together. We chat idly on the walk to the elevator. It's a bit busy and I let her take one ahead of me. She thanks me and I hide my mixed feelings behind a smile. I didn't want her to see what floor I was getting off at. Okay, wait, interesting. Do they all just live on like multiple different floors of like the same superstructure? They keep saying talking about floors. Why do they keep talking about floors? Ocean's going to a mid-floor resort. Now they're embarrassed about the floor they're on. Artson, oh my goodness. You're an avid. Let me see if well, first of all, hi to you back. Glad to see you in there. Please go rest up. Please go rest up. I already have one person today that I already had a migraine. I don't need another one that's pushing through it too. I appreciate you stopping by regardless though. But definitely take care of yourself first. It's crazy. Ugh. Get some fluids in you too, if you can manage it. After a bit, I rose to the side and noticed Nibbles watching me. Hi, Nibbles. You're not dying yet, are you? Sing her a song? Who do I get to hear a song? No, I don't. Okay, that's fine. I pick a popular tune and change the lyrics to make the song about Nibbles on the fly. She doesn't react, but it makes me smile. Let's let her out for a moment. I roll back off my bed and open the door to her hutch. She watches for a bit before slowly making her way to her favorite spot on the rug. Let's play with her, obviously. I try rolling one of Nibbles' balls towards her. She glances at it, but doesn't pull the ball back to me like she usually does. Doesn't push the ball back to me like she usually does. She's not her usual self. It hurts to see her this way. My worries circle in my head. Saving $8,668 in 10 more days. I sigh and roll back onto my bed. Not impossible, I remind myself. There's still a chance. Today went well. Tomorrow will too. Unpack a bit more. I glance at the stack of boxes awaiting unpacking and fatigue preemptively settles on my shoulders. I pull out kitchen appliances I have no room for and haphazardly squeeze them onto my limited counter space. A lot of them end up beneath the kitchen table. Yeah, I see a little tea kettle right there just chilling, or the water filter, I don't really know. I sigh. Another reason it'll be some time before I have guests. Spend some time making dinner, then clean everything up. Grimly, I open my banking app to check things over. Okay. Interesting. That did not move the needle as much as I thought it would. By the time I get to bed, I feel drained to my bones. Okay. Let me just adjust this again real quick. I wake up to my alarm and sigh contentedly. It's nice not to be in a rush. Make a lower for breakfast and take a quick shower before getting changed, feeding Nibbles, and heading to work. I have another appointment today. A larger part of me than I like to admit hopes it'll be someone looking for an expensive procedure. As I enter the clinic, I noticed a message from Baron. The client's file waiting for me on my work tablet. I make myself a cup of tea and carry it carefully to my office. I sit down, take a sip, swipe open the client's file. I'm expecting them to arrive this afternoon. Baron left a note at the bottom of the file saying to watch myself with this one, which makes me a bit nervous. It's making me nervous too. What the hell does that mean? He rarely butts in, saying that he prefers to leave the human aspect to the psych line, which is fair. That's what he's paying me for. Whoever is coming in must be important. Swipe open the file on my tablet. Okay, what's the name? At the top of the file, I see Florence Sanderine, she, her, 34. Okay, okay. Florence Sanderine. Must be an upper floor. There we go with the floors again, man. No wonder Baron gave me a heads up. It's unusual for us to get top floor clients. They usually go to nicer clinics. Well, an upper floor client explains why Baron also told me not to ask about our budget. I'm in the line of work section. I'm in the line of work section. I find a really long explanation that can be summarized as stay-at-home spouse. There's also a brief mention of an interview show she shows. Seems like a hobby project. The section detailing the mods Florence Sanderine would like is much shorter than I'm used to. Seems like she's coming in for a voice change. Okay. It's a technically difficult procedure and not that common, since it's expensive and possible to completely reverse. The recovery time is usually less than a day. From her file, Florence Sanderine seems like a pretty typical upper floor trophy spouse. There are a few things that don't entirely line up, but they also don't seem relevant to the consultation. I close the file and clean up my office a bit. The fact that I'm seeing an upper floor client has got me a bit more nervous than I'd like to admit. I've never met with an upper floor client. You can't access most of the higher end mods, even if our clients could afford them. Nor can we offer the level of service they often expect. Before I know it, there's a gentle knock on my door. Alright, Florence, hit me, hit me. Oh my god, you look like freaking Zelda if they were black and hotter. Jesus Christ, what the hell? Okay. Priestess? Me and Jin had the same reaction. At the sight of Florence Sanderine, I freeze momentarily. Hi. You can call me Florence. She, her. She smiles a little and I have to remind myself to breathe. I can't remember the last time I saw someone so beautiful. Brother. Maybe not the time. Let's keep it professional. Let's act normal. I force myself to move and pull the door the rest of the way open. I wrestle with the hope as a warm smile on my face and gesture her inside. Hi, Florence. I'm Jin and any pronouns are fine with me. She steps past me and into the office, looking around slowly. It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for looking after me today. She sits and her gaze turns back to me. I feel myself growing flustered. Customers aren't usually like this. The pleasure is entirely mine, and I mean that literally. I can't stop staring at you. I can't stop grinning at you. I'm gonna jump out this window now. Thank you for choosing Vintage Poetry. It takes all my effort to say the words casually within hold my inadvertent cringe. For your consultation today. Of course. I've heard good things about your clinic. It feels like I'm swallowing around a rock in my throat. Or maybe that I forgot how to breathe or how to hold my body like a normal person. Well, let's meet expectations. And I hope you live up to your expectations. I'm certain you shall. She smiles a little again. I think my heart forgets how to beat for a few seconds. I need to pull myself together if I'm going to get through this. I sit down and try to refocus. Imagine trying to do a surgery on a baddie and you accidentally putting the scalpel through the freaking heart because you're too busy gawking at her eyes. Oh, that's messed up. Brother, let's just ask her questions. Let's get to know her better so I can best understand what she's looking for. Yeah, you have a very nice name. Florence Sanderine is a very beautiful name. Doesn't mean anything. Florence drops her gaze, make her smile seem a bit sadder. Florence comes from Latin word florentius, which means blossoming, flourishing, and prosperous. Sanderine is a play on Sandrin, which itself is a version of Alexandra from the Greek Alexandros. It means to defend man. So blooming defense man, rising defense. Together, man is meant to be a blessing, to provide me with good fortune and protect me from peril. Has it worked? Have you had good fortune and avoided peril? Florence lets out a small chuckle that sounds like glass chiming and flowers blooming and stars. Okay. I see you, Jen. I see you. I think most would say so. But you don't think so. Florence shrugged with a very small movement of her shoulders. It depends on your perspective, I suppose. Regardless, my parents have assured that I am very blessed. Parents. Could you tell me a bit about your parents? Could you tell me a bit more about your parents? Such as? It's a relationship. You have parents? No, I'm not sure how much there is to say. I try to be respectful and dutiful, and they look after me. I think there's more to a relationship with her family than she's letting on. I'll try to circle back to it. Interview show. I saw on your file that you host an interview show. What's that like? Florence's eye light up and she smiles a bit. I keep going into her voice too soon. How nice of you to ask. It's not a terribly exciting hobby, but it does bring me a lot of joy. I very much enjoy meeting guests and getting to know them. I suppose it's a bit similar to your work in some ways. I'd agree with that, actually. I don't know if you find this to be the case, too, but sometimes it feels like my clients learn a bit about themselves from this process as well. Florence nods slowly. Yes, I think so. Sometimes, things also about when troops are hidden to or simply left unsaid. Truths with a heart that feel too dangerous to speak outright. Yes. I say it quietly, watching her. She doesn't meet my gaze. Leave her exact expression unknowable. What's your family's opinion on the show? They don't pay it much mind. They see it as a diversion, which it is. So they don't watch? Florence shakes her head. They're much too busy. I don't expect them to. It's only a simple audio show, in any case. Does anyone you know listen to it? My husband does occasionally. He's very supportive. She adds the last part after a pause, as if realizing this is something that's important to clarify. Nice. You have any plans for after the procedure? No. I was just going to take some time to rest at home. There's a dinner party this weekend, but that's all. Okay. What are you most scared of? Florence laughs a bit nervously. These questions are getting a bit heavy. Provides insight. Your answers help me do the best job that I can. I need to know these kind of things to provide a good recommendation. Florence nods. Yes, I understand. It's just a bit unexpected. She pauses and I give her the space to think. I suppose what I fear most is letting others down and disappointing them. No, now we're getting too much into what's going on with me. It seems like your parents have a lot of control over your life. I did not pick that up per se. I did get a little bit of them just being disinterested in her life, which isn't great, but I don't think that's the best way of phrasing it. But they do advise my decisions. What's their purview? How many of your decisions do they advise? The important ones. Ooh. And how much advisement do they do? Oh wait, not wrong person. How much advisement do they do? Do you get any say? It's not like that. I just value their judgment. Okay. Now, I understand that you want to get a voice alteration procedure. That's why I'm here. Her fingers weave and slide along each other as she speaks, and I try not to stare at them. Does she feel nervous? This is a very simple and straightforward procedure. Florence's fingers settle and she smiles. Yes, I'm aware. I think you were trying to reassure me. I have faith in your clinic's abilities. Interesting that someone is doing an interview show wants to do a voice alteration. I wonder if they're hoping for I wonder what they're hoping for. I wonder if someone left a comment about their voice or something, or they think a different voice will help, or if it's just separate from the interview show. There's a lot of audio stuff going on with Florence here. Oop, camera's about to die already. Yeah, you know what? Let's change that now. Let me change that right now. Ugh. This has been interesting so far. Nothing too nail biting or riveting yet, per se, but I am enjoying myself. Liking the different people we're seeing, the real world parallels are unfortunately real. uh, Bunny is cute as hell. The name, what was the name again? Dandelion something? Nibbles Dandelions? It's a crazy name for a pet, but I like it. And frankly, the character designs are probably the strongest point for me thus far. Alrighty's alright, it's pretty cool, but he's like everyone that's come through between Ocean, Jin, Florence, Soul, and our weird boss, Baron. It's been cool. I really like the way these people have been drawn. I'm wondering if the writing will pick up more as we're going on. The writing's not bad at all. Nothing just really sticking with me yet, per se. I think I liked Ocean's conversation the most so far. And Wintergen. I liked Wintergen. They were cool. They were very cool. Alrighty. We're back. Why do you want to get your voice altered, if you don't mind my asking? Not at all. I understand this is part of your responsibilities as a cycline. You probably don't know, but there's a trend going around for having perfectly sweet and littling voices. Since mine is so mundane, it might slight my family's reputation should it remain unchanged. Whoa, I feel like I got whiplash. You're changing your voice for your family's reputation. And this for a trend of all things, too. Trends are called that for a reason. They don't usually stick around all the time. Some can stick around for a while, but Mademoiselle, I don't now I'm feeling a bit weird. You're right to assume that I'm aware of upper floor trends. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way at all. It's just I laugh and wave her off. No worries at all, I understand. I was just wrong. I was just going to ask you to elaborate a bit on the trend. Florence flushes slightly, still clearly a bit embarrassed, before settling herself. Of course. As you may imagine, when perfection is possible, it becomes ubiquitous. Lacking it becomes unfashionable. Sometimes it takes some time to realize a certain attributes have a perfect form. Recently, people have taken note of what they think makes the perfect voice. Chasing perfection is always a fool's game, in my opinion, especially when we're talking about bodies and voices. So this is a little oof. It's now expected to sound a certain way. An alternative, such as voice training, create the appearance of lacking the means for the modification. Yeah, this is steeped in elitism. Jesus. Yeah. What are the ramifications? Yeah, what happens if someone fails to be perfect? They are seen as unfashionable. Ostracization, social exile, rejection. Of course, this would reverberate to the person's work, their friends, their family. Everyone would drop them unless they also be burnt. Jesus Christ, the upper floors suck. So it's important to me to never cause my family these kinds of problems. Take a moment to check my notes. I've covered all the required questions. Baron told me to be careful. Might be best to wrap things up quickly so I don't have more time to embarrass myself. Let me just ask one more question. Learning more about Florence is probably for the better. So what were your worries? You're worried about letting others down. Florence nods. That's about right. There are also many things that worry me. Florence tilts her head slightly, indicating interest, so I continue. I'm worried I'm not good enough at my job and that I don't make enough time for my loved ones. I pause for a second, realizing my next concerns are money related. That's not something I imagine she'll be able to relate to. She's a different concern, sure. I'm worried about what others think of me and whether they value me for who I am. I don't mean to make you feel like your concerns are unnatural. Everyone worries about a lot of things for many different reasons. No need to worry. You even made me feel that way at all. Thank you for sharing your worries, though. It helps. Yeah. Why do you think you have these fears? I'm not sure what you mean. What makes it so scary? Florence sits back a bit. I hadn't thought about that. She pauses for a moment. I think I'm worried about others thinking less of me. Do you think you'll lose their respect? Yes. I'm scared of losing all worth in their eyes. Is there anyone specific worried about not seeing your value? It's not that they want to see my value. It's that they want to see any value in me anymore. Damn. Oof, okay. Oof, oof. I nod as she continues. And it's my family, primarily. Your parents and husband? Florence nods. Could this be connected to a reason for making this appointment? Have you spoken to anyone about your worries? Florence drops her gaze, but I catch the forlornness in her expression. They're only simple concerns, not worth worrying others. Not my business anymore. I don't want to push her if she doesn't want to talk about it. Thank you for answering my questions. It's time for recommendation. I look down at my notes detailing facts that collect into a silhouette of Florence Sandrine. You'll be making a recommendation now? Yes. I need to save another $7,952 for the next 11 days to afford the surgery for nibbles. Florence has the procedure done here, I'll at least earn $2,400. Oh, God. See, this is one of those moments where I'm like, I hate all the reasons that it seems like she wants to do this. Seems like it's steeped in some class elitism on the upper floors and a chase towards perfection that usually just asks people to sand themselves down rather than become better people. But it's also not my job to tell her what to do. It's my job to tell her. I don't know. I think I'm gonna recommend it. I'm not gonna feel good about it. I'm probably gonna recommend it. I think we're good to move forward with the procedure. You're sure that's for the best? Why not? Is there any reason there wouldn't be? No, not at all. We can book you for tomorrow if that works for you. If that's what's best for you, that's fine. We'll see you then. You'll be here to meet with me? Do you want me to be? No, it's fine. I'm sure you're busy with other things. Shit, I'll be there. I will be there. Thank you. Now, in terms of the voice you're looking for, recommend all mods in the demo. Okay, this is gonna be in the demo. Cool. Okay, this was just about an hour and a half. Florence explains what kind of voice she needs and which modifications she'd like to get achieved. It shares a plan that fits our goals, and she agrees to it quickly. Watching her explain what we'll be doing, I wonder if she really is listening. She's definitely not. I feel bad about this already, but also this is just the demo, so I can always just make her do something different in the actual game. I'll walk her over to Dr. Soul and wait while she has the physical. Soul gives the go-ahead and Florence pays her deposit. She turns to me with a final smile. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. And with that, the siren is gone, along with all her glittering splendor. I grabbed some paperwork to finish my notes on Florence. Decided to stay and work in the lobby. Thinking through about half, I hear the swish of the front door opening and notice Ocean walking in. What's going on, Ocean? Hey, Jim. Be friendly, yeah. Back again, I see. Here for the procedure? Yeah. Dr. Soul has a lot of experience. You're in good hands. I'm sure. Do I just wait here, or... Oh yeah, she'll come get you when she's ready. I'll let her know when you're here. Oh, I'll let her know you're here. Alright, cool. Cool. Sweet. Bean, yeah. Tell me a quick message to Soul saying the Ocean's here. We'll make small talk, why not? Are you excited for your trip? Yeah! I'm leaving the day after tomorrow. Glad to hear it. Justin, Soul's test from the surgery. Hello, Ocean. If you're ready, you can follow me. Ocean offers me a smile and follows out the Soul. So nods to me for closing the door behind them both. I head back to my office with a lingering smile. It's nice seeing how happy Ocean is, and it doesn't hurt that they'll be paying the rest of their fee today. When I get home, I notice Nibbles hasn't eaten today. Pull her into my lap and run a hand along her ears and count my breaths. I offer her some kale and feel a bit relieved when she starts chewing on its corners. So I'm back. Yeah, screw it. There's only a few bucks left. Might as well get them over with. If you can't tell, I hate having something unpacked in my place. Like, I unpack the day I get back from vacation, which is crazy, I know, but I have to do it. Decide to just leave what's left on the boxes. Oh, look between the box of content in my non-existent space, replacing said content. I decide to just leave what's left in the boxes. Okay, it's as good a storage solution as any given the current state of the apartment. Happy to have finally crossed unpacking off my list and assuring myself that I'm not cheating. I turn my back to the boxes. I decide to get to bed early, feeling restless and wanting the day to be done with. After getting ready, I slide open my banking account. Okay, yeah. Turn off my phone and drop it on my bedside table face down. Florence's smile haunts my thoughts as I wrestle with sleep. I can't help the feeling that there's something I missed. There definitely is. You're making me think I did. I knew she didn't want that procedure. I was just like, I'm just gonna do it anyway. Oh, I won't give it to her in the full game. It's a demo. I can feel less bad about this bad decisions than demos. We're shaking. I try to lie back down and relax. I could hear my blood rushing in my ears. My fingers switching, my legs don't want to settle. I sit up and try to think of a way to distract myself. I don't get much more sleep that night. My alarm goes off and I turn it off, already awake, halfway through making coffee. Neo, there's no way you're being silenced once again by the Twitch gods. I sigh, it's gonna be a long day. I'm getting to work and notice Florence sitting in the reception. She seems to be wrapped in her thoughts. I told her I would meet her with her before her appointment. No, let me approach her. What's going on with you? I turned slightly and began walking towards her. She looks up as I approach. Hi, Jen. Hey, how are you doing? Well, thank you. Are you off to see a client? No. I only have paperwork to look after today. Then please don't let me keep you. Not kidding me at all. You want to chat? I got time if you'd like to talk for a bit. That would be nice. Thank you. Do you have any questions about the procedure? Not at this moment, thank you. How was your show doing? I had to take a break with the procedure and needing to rest afterwards. But I look forward to returning to it soon. I hear footsteps and look over to see Sol leaving her office. Everything is ready now. If you'd like to follow me. Florence stands. I'll be right there. She turns back to me. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me a bit, Jen. I'll see you around. She turns and starts heading to the surgery. Sol stays for long enough to shoot me a raised eyebrow before leaving as well. Hear the door close behind the two of them with a soft click. Walks to my office feeling uneasy. Is there something I missed? I take a seat and busy myself with paperwork. Some of my fatigue fades with coffee and lunch, and the paperwork is a little less unpleasant after that. Towards the end of the day, I can feel anxiety rising in my chest. The clients came in today. I'm not sure that I can save enough money if there's another day like this. Finally, the clock ticks over to leaving time and I put the paperwork with a sigh. Can't wait to get home. Take a final glance around my office to make sure I'm not forgetting anything and head out for the day. Surprised to see Ocean waiting for me in the lobby. Hey, you got a minute? Yes, I do. Sure, what's up? Just wanted to let you know how the procedure went. What do you think? Everything you wanted? Yes. feel happier, more peaceful and complete. Everything finally feels like it's in place. Hell yeah, brother. You're leaving for your trip tomorrow, right? Yeah, I'm really excited. Take a moment to check the time. If I leave now, make it home in time for tonight's rerun of daffodil petals falling gently beneath a cerulean sky. Is that an isekai? Was there anything else you wanted to talk about? Oh, sorry, am I keeping you? Nah, not at all. I can catch up on any episodes I missed this weekend. How have you been? Things have been a bit hard lately. My pet rabbit has fallen very ill. I'm really sorry to hear that. That must be hard to deal with. Yeah, I'm doing what I can, but it weighs on me. That's understandable. Are you still interested in trying mushroom tea? Yeah. I know a good cafe in the mid-lowers that stocks mushroom tea for free now. Fuck it. I'll take that tea. Great, follow me then. Mushroom turns to lead the way to the cafe. Oh, okay, we just go to the cafe, okay. I get back from the cafe feeling more relaxed than I have in a while. I slide the tea that gave me into a cupboard with a smile. There's a slight rustling and I look over to see Nibbles. Look at you with your big open eyes. She's more lively than usual. Nibbles moves towards me as I approach her cage. She's eaten a lot more of her food today and I feel incredibly relieved. Take a moment to remember my time with Ocean. I feel like we could be friends. And the thought makes me happy. Yeah, you can come out, Nibbles, come on. Open the door to her cage and Nibbles hops over. She butts me gently with her head and I smile, running a hand over her ears. I put in a load of laundry and get started on the dishes as it runs. Trying to keep up with the cleaning momentum, I start on Nibbles' cage next. She watches me intently and I give her a little scritch as I finish up. The fatigue I've been ignoring settles onto my shoulders. Take a look at my baking apple. I can still keep my eyes open. I'm 10. Florence technically was a high-profile client, so we're not going to be getting this bank every single time. But we're closing this gap pretty quickly. Whisper goodnight to Nibbles and pulled the blanket up around me. Yeah. No big climax, no big cliffhanger, that's okay. That was chill. Thank you so much for playing to the end of our demo. Please leave a review letting us know what you think. We'd love to hear your feedback. If you like what you played so far, the best way to support us is by wishlisting on Steam. Alright, I'll probably wishlist this on Steam just so I know when this will come up for my own going-ons. Alrighty. Yeah, we can quit. Oh. Look at these two ne'er-do-wells. Those ne'er-do-wells. I know they're bad. Oh, nice. Well, that was a very chill stream today. Really liking that we're having these little short visual novel ones. To be fair, the full thing of that will probably be much longer. I should probably stay in focus. Is my guess. Maybe not much longer. That was 3 days already. There was 13 days before Bunny has to be up. So probably if I was to extrapolate that, maybe we're looking at an hour and a half just now. Maybe shave off 20 minutes actually. Hour, 3 days, let's say 13 days. It's a 4.5 hour maybe 4 hour 15 minutes, something like that. So it's not too bad. Something to keep radar on. That's pretty much it for today. Yeah, like I said, y'all, I wanted to just kind of hop on here. I know it wasn't a very long one. I know I didn't get to do The Sims this week, but we'll be back with The Sims next week. Hopefully with some new mods. I'm thinking about putting some new mods so we can kind of get things with a bit more pep in its step again. Until then, if you enjoyed, thank you for watching. If you are watching this back, thank you for watching this back. If you don't know, you can always watch these on the YouTube channel when I upload the VODs. And without further ado, hope you guys have a good weekend. Take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones. And with all that said, I'll see y'all later. Ciao.